Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Trial, Season 5, Part 2 for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Hopefully, this should be a fairly small video, fairly quick video, because I'm not really planning to do as much, just show a few replays and open a few packs. And the pack opening is going to be a little special today, so hope you're excited about that. Yeah, I know the Duel Trial has gone and passed, but I promise you the replays, and I'm gonna give you the replays even if it has to be today. So which is good anyway, because I wasn't really planning to make a video until Friday anyway, since I do Mondays and Fridays. So hopefully you all are okay with this. Anyway, let's get into it. And if anyone needs a reminder of what the decks look like, I can show you at least a few of them. I believe that one is from the last tryout duel, yeah. Okay, so this one is going to be the first replay. And yes, I know there's 2 and there's 3, but they will show off all of the decks in one way or another, even if like it's me playing one and then my opponent playing a different one. Or I think in another replay, I think this replay I was playing a different deck from my opponent, but I think in the other replay we were both playing the Dogmatika deck. I believe in this replay I was playing the Abyss Actors and my opponent was playing the Springans deck. Basically the upgraded Springans deck, so yeah, cool. Yeah, and then here's a little bit of a reminder if you need it. Probably one of the best cards for the deck, probably being Therions, although it does have a few other negation cards. Like, this might have been the best deck for the event. Just because like it had like several ways of like either disrupt the opponent or like negate. Although like the other decks kind of did too. I think the Abyss Actors might have been maybe the least powerful, or maybe just the most confusing. And then the Dogmatika wasn't too bad either. I mean, at the very least, it could like punish the Springans deck quite a bit, since they play Exceeds and the deck kind of loves the opponent bringing out exec monsters, because then they can like quick effect special summon stuff and even negate effects that way with the right monster in hand, which is pretty easy to get to because you have that searcher that I can just like special summon with the fusion that I can send to the graveyard. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Play. Apparently you can make these public too, but I don't really care about doing that because it's kind of already public, at least like whoever watches the YouTube videos. Yeah, and it should be a win. These both should be wins. Yeah, see, I'm playing the Abyss Actors. I kind of made a mistake here. Oh yeah, I also like that like it shows you like usage rates. At least for some of them. That's weird that doesn't show usage rates for everything. Maybe it has to be above a certain percentage. I don't get why it's not showing usage rate for everything. That's weird. Does it only show usage rates for monsters that are being summoned? Maybe it didn't show a usage rate for that, and I think that's the first time it brought it out. That's weird. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. It's kind of cool. See, here's the mistake I made. What I should have done was I really should have set this card, because with Abyss Playhouse, a monster effect would have become that allows me to destroy a set spell or trap card I control, But since it's still technically coming from my opponent, I would still get that effect when it's destroyed. My opponent didn't really activate a monster effect anyway, but like just in case I should have done that, but I wasn't thinking. But another cool thing is, like, I believe you can still make it become that effect even if you don't actually have any set spells or traps on field. And if that's true, that's pretty cool. I'm just not sure if it's like true exactly or not. I mean, I said it because like maybe like I could get this time, but it's game anyway. Kind of wish I would show that off, but I don't think my opponent really activated anything anyway. So, I'm not sure if it would have even made a difference. Oh well, so I won. So that's pretty cool. So there's that one. And then here's the other one where we're both playing Dogmatika. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you can like set back to private if you want. So there's a little bit of that. I'm not sure if that's new or not. But yeah, we're both playing the Dogmatika deck. This might be the second strongest deck, if not like the strongest. But I think the Springans is pretty good too, because like it's got a lot of disruptions. It's got quite a few ways of negating, and like a lot of those you can like search for them too. So like they can, like the Therion can easily be searched by the new Exceed, the gigantic champion. And then like some of the other negation traps like can be easily searched as well. There's like that Springans trap that negates, that can be searched. And then the gigantic also has a way of destroying a face up, which it can also kind of act as a negate if you destroy a continuous spell or trap or a field spell. Which is really good against the mirror. So it's even got a way of countering its mirror. I mean, as long as you're going first, really, like, you can pretty easily counter the mirror. Pretty much for free. Yeah, and there's other, cards that disrupt as well. And, like, pretty much all of them can be easily searched. I mean, sure, like, the Dogmatika has quite a few, like, ways of disrupting that can easily be searched. And it's got that one card that kind of acts as, like, a mirror force on legs, destroying, like, and all you have to do is, like, attack into a special summon monster, which isn't hard. And then you just destroy all attack position monsters. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's got that mass destruction, which, like, I'm not sure if the other decks really have that much mass destruction. I mean, Abyss Actors can have that one card that also kind of acts as mass destruction too, which I'm not sure if the Springans really have that, but I mean, they have ways of like destroying like multiple, but like I think a lot of the destruction cards kind of just like destroy one. But that can sometimes a lot of the times be enough anyway. So I don't know, but like I think in my opinion the Springans is the most powerful. I just really like that it's got like multiple negates, multiple disruptions. And then I think the Dogmatika is next because like I mean it's pretty cool. That's a nice way of countering like basically 2 out of the 3 decks. Really the only, I mean, it sort of counters the Dogmatika as well because they bring out fusions too. Oh, and I did and I think it's shown here, there's like kind of a cool thing you can do like that I wasn't even thinking of, like with one of the fusions. One of the fusions actually has a pretty cool graveyard effect that I wasn't even thinking about. And I think it should be able to see it here. But even with that, like, I don't know, like, maybe the Springans, it's kind of tough this time because they're all pretty good, but I think maybe the Springans ekes it out as, like, the strongest deck. But, like, if anyone has, like, their own opinions, they can certainly let me know. Yeah. I mean, they all got plenty of ways of, like, searching and special summoning cards, too, so, like, that's also really nice, like, So they certainly like don't really lack in consistency. None of them, I think, really lack too much in consistency. Like, it is pretty easy to get all your good plays going, like, pretty consistently. So it could be just this event, because they force you to use these decks anyway, so maybe they thought they needed to make them extra powerful. Or maybe they're just trying harder to make powerful decks. I don't know. That would certainly be nice. Yeah. I mean, I can see why they may not want to make, like, festival decks powerful when you also have a choice of being able to make your own, because they want people to just make their own, so they have to spend gems or, like, crafting material. Yeah, so this isn't really one I want to show yet. Yeah, I still decide to do the LNC. Oh yeah, and not yet. But yeah, Titanic Clad is pretty cool because like it allows you to bring out that one that searches for Dogmatika, and then you can like add the one that like negates as long as your opponent controls an X-Tech monster. So it's pretty easy to get that into your hand. So it's and that's a pretty nice way to counter like 2 out of the 3 decks I was saying. And even this deck like may want to bring out fusions. Oh yeah, see there's also this card that has a pretty easy activation graveyard, which I didn't even think about. Basically, when your opponent special summon or activates the effect of a special summon monster, which any deck is pretty much gonna do, you get to basically bring out like a really cool fusion from your Exa deck. I think like I'm not sure if there's very many options, but you also get to bring out Dogmatika monsters from your deck as well, except for rituals, since you can't cheat those out of the deck. Or actually, can you? I'm not sure. But this is probably one of the best options, honestly. So I was wondering how like I thought like it might be a little bit hard, but actually it's super simple because you just use that fusion, the graveyard effect of that one fusion and bring this one out, and it has pretty good stats. It's a decent enough effect too, allowing you to like steal X-Tech monsters from the graveyard, as long as they were properly special summoned, which is why my opponent just decided to banish it instead. So that is one of the downsides, like if I'm just like sending a bunch of them to the graveyard instead of like, or like just special summoning them improperly, like it's not really gonna work out too well. But for the other decks, they're usually special summoning them properly, so you should be able to steal them for the other decks if you want to. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then my opponent just surrendered. But I thought that was a pretty cool play. I think I might have stolen that play, or I'm not sure how I brought that fusion out, but you saw it. Anyway, there's that. And now I'm gonna go into the packs. I don't think there's really any like notifications that I want to talk about right now. I think I already talked about the selection pack, but yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh yeah, also adhering to the Duel Trial. I think I kind of showed off this. It has the Bestials, which is pretty cool. The Sprite Spin, which is really good for Sprite decks. It's got the Double Cross, another really good card for Sprites. Actually, maybe I will show it off, because maybe I didn't. Did I? I mean, it kind of does adhere, since, like, that was the prize you got for winning. Hey, I'll at least show off this one, since it does kind of adhere to it. Duel Trial, in a way, since like a lot of the decks were inspired by a lot of these new cards So yeah, there's also the Sprint, which is really nice. Mostly used for like extra summons, although like you can leave it on the field. And I think a lot of people still like would do that. Cause like it's got that nice quick effect bounce. You just gotta detach a material. That's not so bad. Because you got like spare exceed materials that you can use for that. Hollow is pretty nice. This is actually a really nice card. I mean, Wallow. This is actually a really nice card. All you gotta, I mean, because it's really easy to bring out if you're just playing the Bestials. And the Bestials aren't bad anyway, since they act as like disruption. Like counters to opponents' Light of Dark decks. I mean, it would have been really good, like, with the Telements, but I'm not sure how popular the Telements are now. But it can still be good against other Light of Dark decks. Oh, if you hear that, that's just one of my dogs barking. I'm not sure why, but I'm hoping, like, that doesn't bother you too much. I mean, I can't really control it, so whatever. Just ignore it, please. Yeah, and then the Bestials, of course, are really good. The Magnuma, really good because it like just adds the Bestial. This is really only good if you're actually playing a Bestial deck or like a Dragon deck, like maybe like a lighter dark Dragon deck. Otherwise, it's probably not really worth it. But like a lot of these other Bestials like can be played in pretty much any deck, except for like this one really. That's like another one that really you have to dedicate to like a Bestial deck. So mostly not gonna be used. Sania, I mean it's better if you can send Brandon, but if you like send Bestial, like at least it like filters out your deck a little bit if you send Bestials. None of them like really trigger when they're sent to a graveyard, but I mean Magnuma can like get Bestials from the graveyard anyway, so like if you send like a Druid one, for example, like Magnuma can just get back from the graveyard, so it's fine. And then speaking of Druid one, this one can just like send a special monster that the opponent controls to the graveyard as long as it can be targeted. And that you can even use that if you're using it as Link Tail, though not if you're using it as Exceeding Tail, unfortunately. And then Baldrake can just like banish special monsters, which is pretty cool. And especially useful if you're playing like a big Light of Dark deck. Which I mean, like the sprites can kind of use that since they're kind of big into bringing out lights and darks. Like maybe not the whole field will be Light and Dark, but they'll still have a few at least. Yeah, and then of course the new Springans stuff is gonna be in here. Prisma, maybe not too bad, but it is a rare, but Prisma is gonna be of note when that new fusion for Scareclaws comes out, that Vicious Astrolabe. Like that's gonna be really good for being able to change his card's name to Visa, so you basically get more of Visas in a way, which is like makes it a little bit easier to go into Link 1, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and then a bunch of like and then a few Elemental Hero reprints of like a few Armor Dragon reprints, those like Dragon Thunder monsters too, reprints of those. Yeah, here I'll just show these off. Oh yeah, this one's also kind of cool of note, because if you like cheat him to the graveyard through various means, I think the Ultimate Slayer is available in here, but if not, like this is gonna be good when paired with that, because you get like Destruction with Ultimate Slayer, like that can't be responded to, but you also are able to get the effect that allows you to send another Beast Warrior Wing Beast from your X deck. So you basically get 2 sends for the price of 1. And there's one that you, I mean, there are a few good choices to send. Like a lot of the Tri Brigade, the Frigid can be a pretty good send if you want to like fix up your hand a little bit by drawing a card and then placing one on the bottom. Or maybe the Shirag, if you have like a few banished beast warrior wing beasts, and like if you have enough of those in your banish zone, like you can like maybe get a nice ad, or maybe you just need one because you're playing Leolusk. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm not sure how much will be actually brought out, but that's that nifty graveyard effect that doesn't require you to put him on the field first, so that's of note for that. And then anything else of, yeah, another armed dragon sort of reprint. Kitty Tail, I'm not sure if this would actually be good or not, like, because, like, I mean, it's not really good for Melfies. Like, Melfies could bring this out really easily, but it's not really that great for Melfies. Because you don't really, like, because they don't really have a problem, like, with, like, having, I mean, they don't really need to, like, send stuff to the graveyard, because they have a pretty easy time of getting stuff out of the deck onto the field anyway. And like, and once it's on the field, it can eventually be sent to the graveyard, and then it can be recurred from the graveyard anyway. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess you could still send something that can be recurred with Pony, but you can always just like special summon out first with Puppy, and then it'll eventually be sent to the graveyard anyway to be recurred with Pony. I mean, maybe in Tri-Brigades it could be good. But, like, I mean, Tri-Brigades, I think, like, already pretty consistent anyway. They have, like, ways of searching basically the starter, which is Fractal. And then Fractal can, like, send a lot of your stuff anyway. I don't know if you really need Kitty Tail. Though, I mean, of note, you can't, well, yeah, like, Kitty Tail is another way to get your Tri-Brigade play started, but I'm not sure if you really need to have it. I mean, maybe if you're opening this pack anyway, you can maybe try a little bit, and then someone can let me know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not really playing my Tri-Brigade deck. I mean, at least like the one I'm using in the TCG, and it's like a lot easier to grab in the TCG. I mean, technically it's probably easier to grab here since it's all virtual, but it's not like hard to grab in the TCG since it's technically lower rarity. Well, or at least like lower price. Like, it's a really low price there. That's what I mean. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so now let's get into the unless the accessories are on theme. Bestial Rebellion. I mean, no, not really. I can just talk about them later. And none of these are really on theme. Or except for this one, I guess. This isn't really, I mean, I guess if you really liked playing the Abyss Actors and want to remember your time for the Duel Trial, from the Duel Trial, maybe it got you excited enough to use this. Pretty cool. This is monster art from the, I believe it's a trap card, the Abyss Actors Backstage. And there's the, I can read the description. A glorious performance by the best actors in the magical world. The applause given by the audience at the end of the show is ultimate tribute to performers. Yeah. So I think I'll show off the other accessories later, since they don't really apply to the Duel Trial as much. Like, it's only those because they had cards, like they had the selection pack still had cards that were showcased in the decks, those new cards, and then the Abyss Actors were also showcased, so I decided to show that as well. But like, I can always show off the accessories later on. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I kind of do want to no, actually, I guess I can show off that mission later. Should be okay. But I guess here's a little bit of a sneak peek at it if you want to see it. For making the road. I think this is because like people did succeed with what Master was looking for with the proficiency test. Unfortunately, I didn't realize like that you had to go like, I think it was like a computer thing. You had to go to a website. I didn't realize. I thought it would be in Master itself, and so I missed it, but whatever. Yeah, let's go into a shop. I know this isn't really gonna apply to Duel Trial, but like this is like just something. I mean, I do pack openings anyway, so it doesn't really need to apply. I think I'm just gonna open the 2023 Special Rewards Day. Just like so I can get to it before it expires. So these will be the packs I do today. And as a reminder of cards I can earn. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. I guess like getting like Springans or the Penguin, Brave, or maybe any of the other Cincos could be cool in case I like want to use them later on. Or maybe even Jinzo could be good if like a trap deck becomes meta and I have an easy way of getting out Jinzo. But I don't know. Nothing really like screams to me for my Sprite deck right now. Oh yeah, but speaking of sprites, I'm kind of happy about the Battles of Legend for the TCG, because there's going to be a lot of really cool rarity upgrades that I'm thinking about maybe picking up. Like the Herald, like a secret rare. I'm not sure if there was already a secret rare, but getting another card that ready, maybe it makes it a little bit less expensive. And then the Sprite Carrot finally getting, I mean, basically a lot of the Sprite cards getting a rarity upgrade finally. Like, that's pretty nice. And Jinbus also getting a rarity upgrade. But yeah, this is pretty cool right here. Like, I got another Springans, Hollow known less. That's pretty cool. I got the Penguin Brave, which might prove useful. Whether I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna play like a deck that really entails this, but also Volcanon is kind of cool too. Like, I mean, you can pull off some like funny shenanigans to maybe like bring this out multiple times, since it's not like a once per turn. Like, so if you can bring it out multiple times, you can like destroy multiple monsters. And maybe if you can give your opponent monsters, like you can eventually burn them to death. Yeah, and then basically this is like counter to like effect damage. But like there's like better cards for that. Like there's like cards that prevent effect damage for the whole turn, which is probably better to play. I mean, it's also got like another effect for like countering attacks, but again, like, I mean, I'm not sure if you really need to do that. I mean you'd rather like counter like their plays rather than counter their attacks, I think, at this point. Because if you basically counter their plays, like they mean that might be a way of like them not having enough to like kill you with anyway, if you counter the opponent's plays enough. So it's kind of like an indirect way of countering like damage, like bow damage that would kill you. My bar is a shield, breeze synchron. I got 2 of those. That's cool. Blackwing Decay, they'll win. So I think my favorite card out of here, like the Springans Hollow was really cool. I think my other one might not be a Hollow. And then maybe just a, but yeah, probably the Springans, because like this one is at least the most generic. So I think I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, anyone else can certainly feel free to let me know what your favorite card out of here was, and I hope you enjoyed. No matter what sections you may or may not have stayed for, And of course, thank you to all who did stay for any or multiple of the sections, such as the replays or the pack opening or the showcasing some of the new stuff in the shop that was kind of related to the Duel Trial as well in a way. And maybe any of the news I kind of showed off, though I don't really show off like much of it. But yeah, or maybe like any of this, like that, like sneak peek that I showed for what you can get, what people got for passing the proficiency test, or goal that the master developers set up. And you can definitely let me know if you also missed the proficiency test because you didn't realize it was an internet thing. I mean, I can't be the only one. So yeah, it would certainly be nice to like hear that other people kind of mess up too. Maybe make me feel not as bad. But yeah, of course I'll leave the verse in the description eventually, and I'll also have the verse in the the verse discussion, the pinned comment, and also the thank you notes. And hopefully I can have all that done for all of the videos I have uploaded this week. Hopefully that can be good and ready by the end of the week. Now that I'm off of like vacation, I have more time now, so that's good. Anyway, bye.